Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of The Stupidest Podcast with your hosts, Justin Rademacher, and the other guy that happens to talk sometimes, asks questions, and says stuff sometimes on the podcast too.
The stupidest guy.
The stupidest guy. What's his name?
Justin Vandeventer. What's up, guys?
Justin Vandeventer. How's it going, man?
Dude, not too bad. How are you?
Not too bad.
How's your night going?
Good. Yeah, we just got done with recording another episode, so
yeah, we're stockpiling tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, we're doing a couple. We just want to make sure that we have enough for you guys, so we don't have any mishaps, and we miss a week. So we want to make sure that we're on top of it this time.
Yeah, build up the bank a little bit, so I don't have to rush all the time.
Yep.
So.
But it's been a good night so far.
Dude, it's been fun. I could do this all night.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we had a good episode, and before this, I got a chance to play disc golf. I got a chance to hang out outside for a little bit, do some yard work, and fix up the course. So
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a fun night, man.
I'm excited for spring to be here and be able to play outside with shoes rather than boots, and have good footing, and be able to have bonfires, go camping, and just hang out outside instead of being outside in the cold and snow.
I hear you. Yeah, the weather's not bad. I just can't stand this fucking wind. I'm tired of this wind.
Yeah, it's got to be tough for you because you're like outside all the time. So if it's windy, that just can't be fun.
No, the wind's been kicking my ass.
What's the worst part? What's the wind doing that making it bad?
I get windburn.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I get windburn. So, you get good freaking 15, 20 mile an hour wind, and then you're also running equipment across there, so it's even faster. So now I'm windburnt, and then it just makes me super tired. It kicks up my allergies a lot easier. I get chapped. My lips are chapped. My eyes are chapped. My skin's chapped. My nose chapped.
Is your butt chapped?
No, those are just hemorrhoids.
Nice.
So, yeah, other than that, yeah. I just want some nicer weather. And I don't even need hot weather. Just give me like 65 degrees. Something where I can just wear a sweatshirt. I don't need a jacket.
Yeah. Yeah, so. I feel you there. I did wear just a sweatshirt today, even though it was like 30, maybe 40 today, like 30s, upper 30s, lower 40s. But I wore an Under Armour shirt underneath it. I just literally just wanted to be able to feel comfortable in something else besides a jacket. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. See if it'll work. And it did. Like I was a little chilly, but I didn't care. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna do it anyways.
Yeah, I can't do sports in a jacket.
Dude, I've been playing disc golf in a jacket for a long time now. It's
I can't throw a disc when I'm in a t-shirt, so a jacket's no chance.
Dude, I haven't been using a full jacket the last few weeks. I've just been using a vest, which is super helpful. But I have had some of the best throws of my life the last couple weeks. Like, there's a couple where it's like a low ceiling, but I'm still able to get the disc to the basket. Like, it didn't have a chance at an ace because it was too low. But man, if I could just hone that in, I'd have a chance at it. Nice. So I'm hoping to get a few good throws this summer.
Nice.
Get a little better.
Yeah.
But
I'm getting better. I mean, I'm really happy with where my game's going. I'm getting better and better. Getting gooder and gooder all the time. So, eventually I'm going to get smarter and smarter too.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Just take it one day at a time, one throw at a time. Like, that's literally what I've been focusing on because, there's a guy that we play with at League named D-Love.
Yeah.
And he said that one time, he's like, treat each throw as its own universe, and it's changed things. Because like, if you have a bad throw, it doesn't matter because the next throw you're gonna have a good throw. Like just keep going.
It's funny how he says it and he's smart, but man, when I've been telling you to do it, you just ignore the shit out of me.
I don't ignore you. I just don't listen to any of the advice you give and don't utilize any of it. Just kidding.
Man, if I just would have guessed if I would have gave you a stoner hippie kind of answer on it, maybe we would have listened a little better.
Yeah, maybe that would have. But no, it's just like, obviously you've definitely said stuff like that too, but I need to think of that every single time I have a bad throw. I'm just like, oh, gotta find a way and save par or save bogey sometimes. So
nothing good comes out of frustration.
No, you could lose your entire. You could lose the entire day by just having a bad attitude.
Yeah, frustration never goes anywhere.
Yep.
In anything. So.
Yep.
And I always say positive attitude, positive outcome.
There you go.
I hate negative people. I can't stand that's one of my biggest pet peeves. If you're a negative person, I don't want you in my life.
That's a pretty negative way of handling that, though.
Yeah, well, suck it up.
Suck it up.
Yeah, I don't. I'm always, like, I don't know. I guess I can't stand somebody that'll go, I'm getting into this event. I know I'm not going to win. Well, then why? I'm positive. I try to be positive, and I always try to think that I'm going to win.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I feel like the way that you were saying that, like, there's definitely like people that enter tournaments or whatever, like say they're negative, like what you're saying, negative attitude, saying that they're not going to win. Maybe they just know their ability, so they're like, well, I'm not going to win, but I'm going to learn from this experience type.
Yeah,
so maybe they have a positive look at it. They just haven't said that part.
Yeah. I don't know. I play to win in everything I do.
Yep.
If I don't think I can win, I'm not going to get into something. That's why I haven't done tournaments yet. That's why I haven't went with you guys. Being dead last or having the chance of being dead last does not sound fun to me. To be honest, that'd probably make me want to quit. And I think I've
never been last, but I was second to last in a tournament, and it wasn't fun. I can tell you that. I think there was 22 people in that tournament, and after the first round, I was in 8th place. So I'm like, oh, I'm feeling pretty good. Like, this is awesome. And then I just couldn't put anything together the second round. I kept hitting trees, couldn't get myself out of any situation, and I went downhill fast and ended up 21st out of 22nd out of 22. And it wasn't fun.
I don't think I've ever entered anything where I go, I'm not going to win. Not competitively, at least. I don't think I've ever done. In my heart, I truly always think that I may not win, and I mean, there might not be a good chance, but I definitely think if I'm going to enter something, in my mind, I think there's definitely a chance that I'm going to win this.
Yeah, it might not be a big chance, but yeah.
But there's a chance. I never enter something going, I know I'm not going to win, but I still want to do this, or I'm still going to go do this. If I know I have no chance, zero chance, I'm not entering. So if you see my name on a list of something of a competition, in my mind, I think there's a chance. May not be a big one, but there's a chance that I could win.
Yeah.
Like in bowling, there's not one person in this world that I would back down from. I know, like Belmonte, I go bowling for $100 or whatever. There's a slight chance of winning, but you don't. You might not. I'm not walking in there going, I'm going to win every match. Probably not. But there's a chance that I could. Mm-hmm. I'm a good bowler. I'm above average. I'm a pretty good, like.
Dude, you're really good. I've bowled with you.
And there's never been a batter that's walked into the box when I was pitching and I go, this guy's going to get hit off me. I never had that mindset, ever. Every person that went up against me, I'm like, I'm striking you out. That was my mindset.
Yep.
I don't get how somebody can go into a competition and going, I'm not going to win. Then why are you here?
Mm-hmm.
If you want I don't know. I don't get it.
I've definitely entered contests where I knew I wasn't going to win. Like, there's obviously a chance that I was going to win, but like, when I first started doing tournaments last year in disc golf, there's definitely tournaments I entered where I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not going to win this, but I'm going to go and I'm going to learn and I'm going to at least get my feet wet in the sport and figure out what to do, what not to do, and this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and so, like, at the beginning, I think you have to have.
Not even in the back of your mind, though, that you thought you could win? There was no...
Well, in the back of my mind, I was hoping I would win, but I knew my skill level at that point, and I'm like, you know what? Like, I still need a lot of work on my putting. I still need a lot of work on... I basically needed work on everything.
Yeah, but did you think there was a chance?
Well, I thought there was a chance only because I was in the lowest division. I was in MA3. And I'm like, well, there's a chance that I could possibly do well. Like, there's definitely days I've had really good days, but then I've also had those bad days. So, like, there's definitely a chance of winning, but I thought they were so low that I was just in my head, I'm like, I'm just here to learn today. Like, I'm not even.
Have you ever entered something going, there's zero chance?
I guess probably not. Not that I can, off the top of my head, I don't think there's anything with zero chance.
And that's what bugs me. Like, I can't, if I had a teammate that goes, we're not going to win, I'm going to probably look at you and go, you're off the team.
Yeah. I
don't want that negativity. Zero negativity. I hate negativity so much. I hate the word I can't. I can't stand it. It bugs the shit out of me. I don't know why. That's probably my biggest pet peeve. I love a positive attitude.
Yep.
I'll take somebody that's really good at something, and all right. I'd take somebody that's really bad at something, but they're really positive and think that they can be the best, than somebody that's really good at something and don't think they can do it. Don't think they can be the best.
Mm-hmm. It's also like, I've heard in other podcasts and stuff like this where they were talking about comedy, and they were talking about just getting into comedy, getting on stage, doing open mics, just getting out there and just doing your set. And like, there's people out there that are not super great. There's people out there that are really great, but there's also like people that they're in the way that they were saying it is like, if you have been doing it for a little while, but there's people out there that aren't as good as you that are getting better shows than you because of their positive attitude and how they work with other people and all this stuff. So like, as long as you apply yourself and apply like at the right time, do the right things and all this kind of stuff, like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be like, if you're getting asked to do a show or you're getting asked to be on a team, like, there's a reason why you're there. Like, right. You're good enough. Like, you should have the positive attitude and think positive things about yourself. Like, I actually learned that in baseball in high school, that the coach was just like, there's a reason why you're here. You deserve to be on this team. If you didn't deserve to be on this team, you wouldn't be here. So just play like you deserve to be here and go from there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I truly, that's probably one thing that I truly live by is positive attitude, positive outcome. Every time I've ever been negative, that negativity has come true.
And it affects you in a negative way. Like, there's definitely times like that where like, I've had a good day. Like, I've had bad things happen to me at the beginning of the day. And I'm in my mindset, I'm like, you know what? it started bad, but it's going to be a good day. Like, it's still going to be a good day. And it
Mm-hmm.
was. It ended up being a good day. But then at the beginning of the day, I've also had good days, and I've had one bad thing happen to me. I'm like, oh, great. This just ruined my day. And it did ruin the rest of my day. The rest of my day was shot because I just gave up at that point, and it was done.
One of my favorite sayings of all time was by Thomas Edison when he was creating the light bulb. It took him, I'm going to throw out a number. This probably isn't the right number, but whatever. It took him 2,000 tries. He failed 2,000 times before he created the light bulb. And they go, how did you not give up when you failed 2,000 times? Thomas Edison replied, I didn't fail 2,000 times. I found 2,000 ways of how not to make a light bulb.
Yep.
He goes, I never failed. I found 2,000 other ways of how not to make a light bulb. I go, that is the greatest answer I've ever heard, I think.
Yep. Well, I think that's true. Like, because nobody's going to learn the same way, regardless of what you're doing, whether it be at your work, at something like a hobby, or just a game. Like, you're not going to learn unless you like put yourself in it and like learn from all of the mistakes and just keep going
and take the positivity out of it.
Yeah. And yep.
There's always positive of every situation. You can learn from a negative situation, and that's positive.
Yep.
You know?
Well, another thing I've heard on a podcast is, actually, I also, one of the comedians brought it up too. I was talking to him at the competition. How much do you learn from comedy when you're doing a set? How much do you learn from a bomb compared to a good set?
You learn way more from a bomb.
Exactly. Like you learn way more from quote unquote failing than you do from a good set. Mm-hmm. Like the set that I had that time where I did it at the Mall of America. I didn't have a good set. You know what? I learned way more from that set than I ever did at any set that actually went well. So
I'm going to say you learn longer.
What do you mean learn longer?
From a good set, you can learn stuff from a good set. You learn it that night. That bombing, you learn from that bombing for almost 3 months.
Yeah, because you keep going back to it and you keep trying to pull more from it.
And you keep dwelling on it. You kept like, what's going on? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? Why did I? It plays in your mind a lot longer. You learn from it a lot longer. That's
true. Yeah, because you do definitely learn from a good set. You do learn.
Yeah, but that good set's out of your mind within a week.
Yeah.
But that bombing stays with you for a lot longer.
Yep. Well, it's just like another thing that I've heard is people will take compliments all day and not say anything about it, but then they'll hear one negative thing and they'll talk about it all week. Like somebody, like say you're you're talking to people, 9 people give you compliments, and then one person says, oh yeah, well, your haircut could be a little different, like, or whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be that negative. You're going to dwell on that negative for way longer than any of the compliments. Like somebody's like, oh, I really like the way that I really like your smile or something.
Right.
You're going to be like, oh, that's awesome. Gone. And now somebody's like, oh, your hair's a little off. And you're like, wait, what's off about my hair? Like,
yeah.
And it's just going to keep going.
I love criticism. I think people should criticize I hate when somebody doesn't tell you something. You know what I mean? Like if there's something,
want to learn from it.
Yeah, I want to learn from it. If I'm doing something that's bothering you, I'm going to keep doing it.
I like constructive criticism.
Yes.
Don't
be rude about it. There's difference. Yeah. There's differences from criticism and bullying.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because there's a difference for sure. Because you want to be able to see what's wrong and how to fix it rather than like, hey, this is wrong. You suck.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And that being said, from from the other side, that person could learn from that criticism too on how to deliver.
Yeah.
There's a way to tell.
Yeah, they can.
There's a way to tell somebody that they're not good at something without hurting them.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
sweet.
Man, that went down a rabbit hole. That went down a rabbit hole.
I was gonna say, I know. Do we want to get into this?
Let's get into it. So,
all right, let's get into the show. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Sweet.
What is your favorite energy drink?
I don't drink a lot of energy drinks, but when I do, I really enjoy. There's 2 monsters that I really enjoy. Actually, 3. There's 3 monsters that I enjoy. I enjoy the Monster Assault, the Monster Watermelon. That one is new. I just found that one pretty recently, but it is really good. And then the Monster, I think it's the blue can, the one with like 10 calories compared to like 110.
Mm-hmm.
I just really like the flavor and that it's healthier for you.
Nice.
And then I really like Alani. Have you ever had an Alani?
No, I'm not an energy drink guy.
Dude, Alani is really, really good. If you haven't tried it, I would at least try one. Yeah, I think you can get them at Target and a few gas stations. I think Quick Trip has them. But they are just, they're good. I don't know if Quick Trip has them. I take that back. I can't remember. I'd look it up. It's just Alani, Alani.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try it. I don't drink a lot of energy drinks because they make me jittery. I get the shakes real bad. But Liquid Ice.
Oh, Liquid Ice. I forgot about Liquid Ice.
I love Liquid Ice. That one.
Dude, it's so good. I want Chuck Norris just looking at your Liquid Ice.
Dude, that's what I found the big cans at Bill's Superette.
Wow, nice.
They carry them now, 2 for $4. I was like, fuck yeah, let's
go.
Ooh,
that's a good price too.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
That's not bad.
And they're the big cans. I mean, they're
you
can see.
Yeah.
Sorry for you at home that can't see, but we're zooming again. So.
Well, he put it next to his penis, and I could see the difference.
Yeah, they're his almost the same size.
Bigger than the can. Yeah, it's way bigger.
So, yeah.
I like how you just yes.
So, all right. What's your first question?
All right. Have you ever answered the phone while on a public toilet?
On a public toilet.
Yep.
Yeah, I have, and I've heard people laugh while I was doing it. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've only done it once. Maybe it's been a couple times. But I remember I didn't talk very long, and because it was just awkward. Like I didn't know if anybody was in there or if anybody walked in. I just knew at some point somebody might, and it was tough.
Yeah, mine was pretty much. I knew I needed to talk to the person, so I was like, "Hey, I'll call you back. I'm in the bathroom." Click off. But
I think mine was a little longer than that. But like I was like talking for a little bit. And then I'm just like, I'm just gonna call you back.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I ever call you is when I'm on the toilet. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, I talk to you all the time when I'm on the shitter.
Surprised you're not doing the episode on the shitter.
I would if all this shit would fit in there, but I got so much equipment on this end.
I was gonna say I just got my headphones.
I know you could do it real easily.
I'll go right now.
So, all right. When you go to sleep, do you listen to music or leave the TV on while you sleep? I
leave the TV on every night I go to sleep. I'm a TV watcher. I have to do it. I guess I don't have to because there's definitely nights where I can do without. Like if I'm camping or if I'm at a friend's house and they don't watch TV before they go to bed, Or sometimes I'll have somebody over at my house and they don't like it. So I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'm just going to go without tonight.
It sucks
And
though, doesn't it?
it does suck without it. But I mean, I've definitely been I was in a relationship where she didn't like the TV on.
Oh,
And
no.
that was rough. But I got used to it after a little while. So I mean, like it is what it is, but like I just love having something to listen to and just kind of keep my mind going, but I'm not doing it.
I was in a relationship the same way, and I was like, I'm winning this argument because what's going on up here, it needs to be shut off, and the only ways that shuts off is if I have back noise.
Yeah.
Otherwise, my mind.
Just going. Yeah. My mind is always going, and so I'm like trying to think of something, or I'll like. It's tough because like I'm trying not to think of anything, and I'm still thinking of things, and so like I'm trying to get better at that. And like I said in a previous episode, like that's kind of my meditation is in the morning. I wake up and I just kind of lay in bed for a little while. And I let my mind wander though. Like I let it wander for a little while and then I try to like just bring it back. And I've like kind of learned through yoga, actually. One of my friends does yoga, Andy, and she was telling me that you just need to like be in your breath. And so like I focus on my breath sometimes, and then so I let my mind wander.
Yeah, and you got that morning breath going on. You don't want to be in that breath.
Oh, dude, it's good breath. It tastes like Jolly Ranchers. Yeah. But no, so I just come back to the breath, and I let my mind wander, then I come back to the breath, and so I just kind of have been getting into that lately, which is kind of nice.
Nice. Yeah, my mind won't shut off. Between work, this podcast, comedy, if I don't have that noise in the background, I'll be up thinking about work, or I'll be thinking about a joke, or I'll be working nonstop if I don't. Mm-hmm. This hamster never freaking stops up there. So.
That's got to make it tough.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why when I was in that relationship and she was like, I don't know if I can sleep with you. I go, well, you're going to have to learn because there's no way I could sleep otherwise.
Yeah. Well, there's got to be a compromise. So maybe every other night.
No compromise. I don't do that.
You wouldn't be able to compromise on that one? No, I'd be able to compromise on it. I have in the past, but I really enjoy it now. So
my compromise would be I'd have to throw in headphones or earbuds or whatever. I got to have some kind of noise in there. Mm-hmm. I think I did settle one night and I was like, well, can we have a fan running so we can hear that?
Yeah.
I got to like some kind of I got to have some kind of white noise.
What about like if you're camping? Are you able to do it with just nature noise?
Yeah. I can listen to the animals and stuff like that, or the crickets or the frogs or whatever. Mm-hmm. I still probably throw in headphones though, or play something. Because I was gonna
say, if I'm in nature, I have no problem. Like I'm able to do it without.
Yeah, the sound of nature kind of is actually almost like music for me.
Yeah.
So.
All right, what's the funniest thing to ever happen in a class that you took in school?
So many things have happened.
Do you want me to do mine first?
Yeah, let's hear yours because I'll tell you a bunch of mine then.
All right. I'm not sure if I've said this. If I have, let me know and I can go to a different one. But I was a law enforcement class in high school. Mm-hmm. And part of that class that we were doing that day was learning how to arrest somebody. And so our job as the cop was to just make the arrest. Okay. You had to pull him over, or I guess you didn't necessarily have to arrest him. It all depended on the situation, but you had to pull somebody over and figure out the situation from there. And whoever was getting pulled over had three choices. You could pull out either a wallet, you could pull out a gun, or you could pull out a knife. And so you had to choose which one you were going to do and basically just improvise from there. And so I was working with my buddy Tito, and I was going to be the one that's getting pulled over, and he's the cop. And it's like, oh, I want to see how far I can go with this one. And I chose the gun. And so I was like, okay, but I'm going to play it like I'm doing the wallet. I'm just going to play like nothing's happening or whatever. And I'm going to have the gun. And so we're like going through everything. And all of a sudden I pull out the gun, but I do it like kind of casually, like it's my wallet. And I pull out the gun, and then he tells me to get out of the car. And so I get out of the car, and all of a sudden I'm just like, I'm going to book it. I'm going to see if he'll chase me. So I booked it, and I ran through the field, and it was still winter, but it was like becoming spring. And so there was like a little wetness in the snow.
Okay.
And so I'm running through this field, and all of a sudden my foot breaks through a little bit of ice, and there's water.
Oh, no.
It wasn't super deep, but it was like ankle deep.
Yeah, enough to get your foot wet.
Yeah, enough to get your foot wet. So I got my foot wet, and I just kept running because I'm like, okay, I don't know how long this water goes. So I went as far, and then I finally found a dry spot, it wasn't super long. It was maybe like 10, 15 feet, maybe 20.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, I'm like, as soon as I got through it, because I didn't know how far back Tito was, I turned around. I'm like, Tito, stop! And as soon as I said stop, he face planted right in the water.
Oh no!
Just got
take that, copper. Take that, copper.
Yeah, he was and it was a little muddy too. So I felt so bad because he didn't have to do now he's just gonna be wet and muddy all day.
Yeah,
so he ended up having to call his parents, and they had to bring him new clothes, and it was.
That'll teach the cop. That'll teach that cop to chase you, man.
Yeah, but dude, it was funny. It was so funny, but I was like, I felt bad at the same time. It was rough.
So, couple of things. I once was challenged to see if I could fit inside a locker. No. Yeah, I guess we'll say me. It wasn't me. It was another kid. Another kid was challenged to fit in the locker, and he goes, dude, I could fit in there easily. I'm like, I don't think so. It's pretty tight in there. And he could fit in there, and we got the door closed. Well, when we closed the door, his sweatshirt got tangled up in the locking mechanism.
Oh.
So when we go to let him out, it wouldn't lift. Like, it would lift, but it wouldn't unlatch it.
Yeah.
So he was stuck in there. And we had to go get a teacher or whatever in there. Like, they were trying to get it. Nobody could get it. He was stuck in that locker for like 6 hours.
Oh, man.
Because they couldn't get, the hinges were even built on the inside. So we couldn't just like unhinge the door.
Yeah.
So they had to literally get it. I think the fire department had to come and like cut the door.
Dude, that sucks.
And
so
I was like,
hard.
oh. And I go, try to explain how you did this, you freaking idiot.
Yeah. I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
That would suck so bad, being cramped in a locker that long.
Mm-hmm. A very embarrassing thing that happened in school. Didn't happen to me. It happened to a girl. She went to go like take off her sweatshirt, and everything flew up when she did it, and her tits flopped out, and I was like, and I kind of stood up. I was trying to block it for her, and it was pretty embarrassing for her. She turned bright red, and I'm like,
yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. What else? Oh, we had a kid in middle school. The baby swings outside. You know, the ones where you can put your legs through or whatever, and it's like almost like a belt or whatever kind of like thing.
Yep.
He hopped in there, and he got stuck, and nobody could get him out because his legs got wedged in there and everything. Another one, the fire department had to come. They had to cut up the swing. They literally had to cut the chains off and then take him down and then like cut that plastic or whatever you want to call it off.
That sucked.
Yeah. I'll go, you're a freaking idiot. I had some dumb friends. Well, our senior prank was pretty good. We took 4 king-size sheets, extra large sheets, sewed them together, and then we put a big penis on it. And then wrote class of 2006, and we tied rocks on the bottom. And we went and hung it from the gymnasium, which is pretty much right by the front door. So everybody saw it as they come in. Well, we had our senior camp out that year. The night before that we did it, all the teachers come in. Not one of them freaking saw it. I go, I start looking at everybody in my class. I'm like, how are they not seeing this? First kid that shows up for school that day. That's freaking awesome.
That's funny.
But the year before that, our junior year at senior camp out, we went fishing and we caught a bunch of carp, and we kept them for like a week, and they were rancid, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So then the following week was the senior camp out, so we threw them in all the fish in the back of my buddy's truck, and he goes, "Hey, I want to throw, so will you drive?" I go, "I have no problem driving. I'll drive." We get to the senior camp out, and I stroll through, and we're chucking these fishes out into their camp area, you know? Well, my buddy that hits his truck, he gets out. He jumps off the truck with one of the fishes, and he was going to throw it into the tent. Well, the seniors caught him. I kept driving. I'm like, I'm not stopping. We drove all the way back to his house, and we got all our vehicles. I mean, he lived maybe a half a mile from the school. So I'm like, he's going to have to walk back to home. I'm not going back there. I go, there's no way I'm going to go to the seniors. We show up to school the next day, and he's duct taped to the flagpole. They took the fish and cut it open in half, put it over his head, and duct taped it to his head. And I go, "What happened to you?" He goes, "You fuckers left me. I've been here all night."
Oh, no.
So he had a rotten ass carp taped to his head all night. I go, "That sucks to be you, man. I guess that'll teach you from getting out of the truck. You should have just kept throwing fish like the rest of them." I was like, "I can't believe you didn't come back for me." I go, "I'm not coming back to a place that we just pranked. Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
I go,
"Yeah, of course they know the truck already."
Yeah. I told him, I figured they'd let you go and you just walk home.
Mm-hmm. Nope, wasn't the case.
Yeah. So I cut him free or whatever, and then he walked back to his house and went and got his truck and took a shower and all that.
Why would he need a shower?
Yeah, right? Oh, dude. He stunk so bad.
I bet. That doesn't sound good.
Yeah. So. All right. Where was I at? Oh, in our last episode, we talked about it. This is kind of a deep question. We were talking about relationships, and we both thought we weren't good enough. Why do you think you're not good enough?
I feel like the reason for me is it's more of a selfish reason. I just feel like I want to be selfish for a little while. I'm trying to focus on me and what I'm trying to, what I actually want. 'Cause I guess I was in relationships for quite a while when I was in college and right out of college and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I obviously got a chance to know who I was and all that throughout, but being single, I feel like I've learned way more about myself than I ever did in that time when I was in college and stuff like that, in the relationships.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's more of a selfish reason for me because I want to be able to experience the things that I want to experience, I want to be able to go to disc golf tournaments. I want to be able to go do comedy. I want to be able to just go camping. I want to be able to go on a cruise. I want to be able to do the podcast. I want to be able to do all this stuff. And if I want to do all that stuff, it's tough to also be in a relationship. Unless obviously that person is
very understanding,
willing to, very understanding or willing to do their thing, like while I'm doing my thing. So I just don't think I'd have the necessary amount of time for them and for the relationship just to be with them. And so that's part of it. And so like, another reason is like, I'm not 100% sure as to what I see in my future. Like, I mean, it'd be cool. I would like to have kids someday, like potentially, but at the same time, like there's part of me like, I don't know if I'm not sure if I want kids or not. Like,
oh, wow.
I'm not sure. Like, I don't want to put that on somebody else and be like, hey, by the way, like, this is a thing, or this might not be a thing, or it is a thing. I don't know yet. Like I said, like, I'm kind of content being by myself for a little while until I find the right person. Like I said, I'm not looking for anything in particular. And so, like, I feel like that's why I'm not, like, good enough for a relationship, just because I don't want to be the person not giving 100% effort in the relationship, you know?
Okay. So you think you're good enough, you just don't think you're available enough.
I guess that's one way to put it. Yeah, there's also times though, like, where I'm like down on myself and I'm not 100, like, I don't feel confident enough to like even ask somebody to go out on a date. Like, there's definitely a couple girls that I'd definitely be interested in going on a date with, but I just haven't asked or pursued anything, you know? I'm just not sure if I feel like I'm good enough, or if it's just, like I said, because I feel like I'm not available all the time, or what the situation is. It's different each time, I feel. So, like, if there's somebody that is interested in the same things as me, maybe I'll give it a chance, as long as I, like, I guess, ask them to go out or go do something that we are both interested in, then maybe. But,
okay.
Yeah, like I said, they definitely have to be understanding and have their own stuff too that they can go do.
Right.
So.
Okay.
How about you?
I literally feel like I'm not good enough, period. Like, it's not that I don't think I can make myself available or anything like that. I don't feel like I'm good enough. I'm a single dad. I have a kid. I don't have my own place. I'm not rich. I don't have a ton of money. I work all the time, nonstop. I think I'm good looking, but I don't think I'm phenomenal. I'm really, as confident as I probably do come across, I really don't think I'm good enough for somebody to make them happy enough. If I'm going to date somebody, I'm always going to feel like that person is out of my league. I always feel like I don't think I measure up ever. I don't know. I just don't think, straight up, I don't think I'm good enough for anybody.
Yeah. And that's tough, like, because I feel the same way a lot of the times in, like, the money thing. 'Cause I don't have a lot of money either. Like, I feel like I'm a good enough looking guy, but again, I don't have my own place. Like, I'm renting.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm just kind of like, so that part is tough too. It would be nice to say you own a place or whatever, but
right. And it's just, and it's not just that, it's just other things. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. There's times where I'm just really down on myself and I'm like, I don't have anything to offer. I'm a good guy. I'm a really nice guy. I'm a really honest guy. I'm very open. Don't cheat. I don't lie. I don't do any of that. But I never feel like I'm good enough for somebody.
Mm.
There was what was it? God, I can't remember what movie it is. Oh, 40-Year-Old Virgin. 40-Year-Old Virgin when he's like, I love women so much that I just don't chase them. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much how I feel a lot of the times. I'm like, I've had a girl that I've had girls where I've been very interested in them chase me, and I literally go, I like you so much that's the reason why I'm not chasing you, because you deserve better.
Yeah. Which to me, like, just knowing what I know about you, like, obviously, like, I definitely feel like you come off very confident, like you know what you're doing, and like I actually have had people talk to me about you, about like, hey, who's your friend over there? You know, like he's kind of cute, like, you know, and like, so like I've definitely seen the other end of it, which I maybe should have said something or whatever, but
now I'm pissed off that you didn't tell me about these. No.
well, you ended up finding out like about them anyways. Like one of them's the one that we've already talked about on the podcast before, where you ended up making out with her one night.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
Shortly after, I
yeah.
might have gone a little further.
Yeah, you fucker.
But yeah, so like, I definitely understand that feeling though, because it's tough, especially like after being single for so long. Like, I've been single for a while. You've been single for a while, and it's once you've been in that single mindset for a while and you're not used to being in a relationship anymore, it's tough to like go back to it too. But then also like it's tough just to like get the confidence to feel like you're gonna be anything to anybody. Like, I definitely feel like I'm a good friend, and I'm a good like,
you're the greatest friend.
Yeah, well, I know. So like that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we are really good at being friends, and we're really good at being family members, but like that doesn't translate into a relationship all the time. Like, it's a different thing. It's its own thing. And yeah, there's many different kinds of love. Like, and it's just that's one that I've obviously never mastered.
Right.
Because, yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get off this subject. So
I guess what we're trying to say, if any single ladies are interested,
no. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe someday. I don't know. And a lot of people, when I've told a couple of people like this that I don't think I'm, and they go, really? I go, I get it that I do come across very, very confident but I'm very negative when I'm by myself.
Yeah. Well, what you need to do is take your own advice from earlier.
Yeah,
and not be so negative.
Yeah, right. I know, I agree, but that's one area that I have really hard time being positive about.
Yeah, well, it's one thing saying it, and doing it is another thing, especially in this kind of a environment, I guess I could maybe say, just because it's been so weird the last few years. Being single has been interesting. And just like I said, like being single for as long as we've been single, it's also tough because like I said, I'm not even like really looking for a relationship because I've gotten so content being with just myself. Like I'm cool with like literally like tomorrow I'm gonna have, like I was saying in the last episode, because we actually recorded it tonight. I'm having like a day date with myself tomorrow. Like I'm gonna go get my oil changed. I'm gonna go get my car washed. I'm gonna go get some sushi, and I'm gonna go do some stand up. And all of that is by myself. Obviously, I'll be with the comics and stuff while I do comedy. But
yeah, I'm kind of jealous. That day sounds awesome.
Yeah, it should be fun. I'm excited for it, and I'm sure. Oh, I gotta go donate some clothes. I'm gonna go do that tomorrow.
That being said, me being single is probably giving you more sleep because I don't know how many times I called you at 2, 3 in the morning because the fucking relationship has been bad.
Yeah, but that's same with you. Like,
yeah,
if I ever got in a situation like that, I'd be calling you too. So.
Absolutely.
But again, we'll see how it goes, and only time will tell, right? How everything goes in the future.
Absolutely. All right, what's your next one?
All right. What's the most awkward experience that you've ever had in a restaurant?
Oh, I got a good one for this. So, I played fall baseball in college. And, I think it was college. It might have been in between college and high school, probably. And right next to the ball field was a Perkins. And we fucked around so much with each other. Like I'd unscrew the top of salt and all that, or I'd put a napkin in the pepper and then throw salt on top of the napkin and then screw the cap back on. One guy went to the bathroom, and when he came back, one of the guys pulled the chair out from him, and I swear it was like a comedy. Like there's no way that this should have happened, but it did. He fell backwards, and when he fell backwards, he fell onto the table behind us. And that tipped over, and it knocked over. And then if that person fell onto the table behind them, and it was just like a domino effect, knocking over like 3 or 4 tables. Yeah. And we got kicked out of that Perkins, and we were never allowed to go back.
Oh, man. That's like, nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was probably the most awkward and weirdest and craziest and funniest thing that's ever happened at a restaurant.
Damn. Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah. But I mean, like as much as it kept going, like seriously, you pull a chair out from somebody, they usually just fall to the ground and it's over.
Yep.
That literally ruined like 6 tables. Like I don't get how boom, 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 boom.
It just kept going. That's funny.
But when he said that, he flung back, like, and I'm like, why would you fling like? God, and
that's funny.
So, what about for you?
The most awkward experience I've ever had in a restaurant was so awkward. It was ridiculous. So I was at my buddy's, like we were at like a hibachi grill, and we were just eating with my friend, celebrating his birthday, and there was a big group of us. It filled up the whole hibachi table, so there's probably like 8 of us there, and we're all just having a great time. It's super fun. We're about to eat some really great food, and they're doing this big show in front of us, and it's great, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this guy's doing his thing, and one of his things was to he had a squirt bottle, and he was squirting water into people's mouths or whatever. He's like, oh, you can have some, you can have some, you can have some. And then he switched the bottle on one guy and literally just squeezed the smallest amount of soy sauce you could ever, or not, it wasn't water, it was sake. I think it was sake. And so we're doing like a little bit of sake. And he squirted the smallest amount of soy sauce I've ever seen come out of like a squirt bottle. And it hit the guy's tongue. And this was my friend's friend. I don't know this guy, but he's hanging out with my friend on his birthday. And it was a little bit of soy sauce. It touched his tongue and he flipped out. It was so awkward. He's like, I can't believe you would do that. I was expecting it to be sake. this is nasty. I can't believe you would do this. This has ruined my night. I want to talk to a manager. Da 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 da. It just kept going. And I'm like, dude, seriously, like, come on.
This isn't even your birthday. You're ruining this.
Yeah, it wasn't his birthday. So not only did he like go off and like ruin everybody's night by doing that, he flipped out. The manager came over and ended up giving him a free meal.
What a dick.
He didn't bring my friend even a card or a present or anything. Didn't pay for any of his food or anything because like his was free. He didn't leave a tip. He didn't do anything. So his whole night was free, but then he ruined everybody's night. And it was dumb. It was the most awkward, frustrating thing I've ever seen. Like,
what a dipshit.
Yeah, that guy was the worst. I hope I never have to deal with that guy ever again.
I can't stand people like that. Like, dude, just suck it up.
It was the worst. And it was like literally
a drop.
And it was a drop and it was a joke. Like, the guy felt so bad. He's like, oh, I do this all the time. He's like, you shouldn't do that all the time. That's not a funny joke. What if I were to do that? And I'm like, oh my God, dude, just shut up.
Dude, I've had friends pour soy sauce into my drink and I've taken a big swallow.
Yeah. It was just the worst experience.
It pisses me off, but at the same time, I was like, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, dude, it was the most awkward thing I've ever dealt with in my life. I just can't believe. I feel really bad for my friend. Too.
Yeah, you ruined my birthday, dude. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. How many cats till a girl becomes a cat lady?
I did the math. It's actually 4.78 cats.
Wow. How do you get the 0.7?
I didn't do any of it. I just had 5 cats because I'm going to say 5 or 6.
All right.
Because 5 can still be considered a healthy amount, I guess, just because like they all need friends and stuff like that. But I think once you hit 5 or 6, that's when it's like, okay, you can be considered a cat lady, which isn't a bad thing. Like 5 or 6 wouldn't be terrible, but then if you get to like 20, you're
definitely a cat lady. Yeah. Do you think there's a certain age, or is it just a certain number? Or do you think there has to be a
number?
Okay.
I don't think the age has to do with anything, and there's probably cat guys out there too, and I would say the same number. It's just a cat person. If you have 5 or 6, you're a cat person. That is
all right.
I don't know. Even if you have other animals, like if you have like 2 dogs and 5 cats, I'd consider you a cat person.
All right, I'm going to answer this, and then I'm going to ask you another question. Because it just popped in my head. Definitely 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Do you find it creepy if you're a single dude and you have a cat?
I don't think so. It's just like having a dog. It's just a different animal. Like, I feel like I haven't ever owned a pet while by myself. I've always either been with family or friends living with them, and I've never been the owner of said cat or dog.
Okay.
But I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to having a cat being a single guy. Like, I don't think it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care either. I think of John Caparulo's joke. He has a stand-up.
I can't remember that one.
He goes, "What kind of dude are you that has a cat? Like, if you're a single dude that has a cat, you're either fucking weird or you're a fucking villain." Like, here's my kitty.
No, I saw something online recently about that. It was about a person owning a cat, or a person not liking cats. And I think it was like, if a guy doesn't like cats, he's not going to be good in a relationship.
Maybe
because
that's
of
why
all the different.
I'm not.
Well, it was just because Yeah, because it was just because of the qualities of the cat. I can't remember. They had like 9 of them or something. Um, I wish I saved it, but I didn't. But it was basically if the moral of the story was if the person doesn't like cats, they wouldn't be good in a relationship. And obviously, they were cat people. So
I'm allergic to cats. Is the only reason.
yeah.
And I swear cats know that I'm allergic. Because I'm not a huge, like, I don't want to pet you or anything. Like, I'm fine. I'm not a huge cat guy. But that damn cat will hang on. Every cat that I go see, they always want to freaking sit on my lap. They always want to crawl on my shoulders. Or, like, you sons of bitches, I swear to God, you know I'm allergic.
That's funny.
But, yeah. All right, what's your next
Sweet. What's the weirdest thing you've ever heard a neighbor doing?
I don't have anything weird, but I had something that was kind of scary.
Mm.
I could hear when I used to have the apartment, I could hear next door the couple fighting.
Mm.
And I heard pretty good.
Oh, yeah. That's not good at all.
Yeah. That's when it got really awkward. And I kind of went over and knocked on the door, and it got awkward. Got awkward real fast. Yeah, for sure.
I bet. That's not a good situation.
Not a situation. I don't want to deal with that shit, you know?
Yeah, that's...
And I'm definitely not going to put up with that shit either, you know?
Yeah, you shouldn't have to, like... It's something that I don't understand how a relationship can ever get to that. I've never even thought about doing that to anybody, whether it be girl, guy, friend, or like anything.
I don't like fighting, period.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even like arguing.
Yeah. I have not heard that, but that would definitely be scary. Yeah. And I would definitely want to be involved. That's a time where I would like call the cops, like that.
Yeah,
I would call the cops.
And I ended up doing it. Yeah,
yeah, because that's not something I would want to put up with or know is going on. I'd just be like, nope, you're done. I'm gonna make sure that this is not happening.
Yeah. Oh.
Dang.
And the weird thing is, like, I don't get how some of these girls can get beat like that and then stick around.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely
because I literally called the cops and then went over there to kind of just stall until the cops got there. And she literally had like a black eye and said nothing happened.
Mm.
And I'm like, all right, well, you're on your own then, I guess. Like, I mean...
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't want to, like, argue against her at that point, because that's not going to help. But at the same time, you don't want to leave, because you don't want it to continue.
Right.
I've never been in a situation like that, and I don't want anybody to ever be in a situation like that, which is... It's
so wrong.
Yeah.
So, all right. What about you? What's the weirdest thing you've heard?
Well, I was gonna say either way, it could be the guy hitting the girl or the girl hitting the guy. It's bad either way. Anyways, the weirdest thing that I've ever heard, it's not nearly as bad as that. Is I heard bagpipes. One of my old neighbors used to play bagpipes quite a bit.
That's badass.
But I didn't mind it. It was actually good. Like they were pretty good at it.
Nice.
And it was at appropriate times, which was nice. Because then shortly after that person moved out, that's when the people that moved in that like ruined that whole apartment for me because the management couldn't do anything. And I just hated them. They ended up having the dog pee by my window for some reason because I was mad at them. And so then they were mad at me for being mad at them. And Yeah, I called that guy an asshole to his face a couple times, and he thought I was an asshole for like complaining about his horse
Of
that
a
he had
dog.
in the apartment. Yeah, horse of a dog that he had in the apartment that just made noise all day and all night. And it was supposed to be a therapeutic dog, but it was just the size of the biggest horse I've ever seen. And it just jumped up and down on stuff, and it was bad. Like, I understand having a therapeutic dog or a therapeutic animal, but I don't think it needs to be gigantic in an apartment. You can get a small dog,
right,
or a small cat. I don't know, or at least train it so it doesn't make noise and jump up on counters and couches and stuff and jump off.
right.
Maybe I'm just
No,
biased because I
you're
hated
in
that
the.
guy.
I definitely wish I would have been there for the freaking bagpipes, though. I'd have been like,
Yeah.
slap some funk on it, buddy. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the. I wouldn't even say weird. It was the coolest thing I've ever.
Yeah, that's really cool. So, all right. Do you think an open marriage or relationship can work?
I have two answers for this.
Okay.
In a case where I'm in the relationship, I'm going to say no. I don't think I would be
cool with it,
able to do it myself, and I wouldn't want my partner to do it. Like I wouldn't like if I'm in a relationship, I'm in that relationship. I don't want to have sex with anybody else. I just want to have sex with that one person, and I want that one person to only have sex with me if I'm in that relationship, you know? But I do feel like it is possible in other relationships. I don't have any experience myself, or like I don't have anybody that I know that it's worked for, but I just feel like there are personalities out there that would be able to make it work. I just have not seen it myself, but I feel like it's a possibility of working.
Okay.
How about you?
I went into it so confident in the beginning there. I think it could work. It would definitely have to be a major agreement between the two people.
Yeah.
And you'd have to work through the jealousy part of it.
Yeah.
Because I think that if neither one of you are very jealous, then I think it can work. But jealousy would be a big factor.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and I feel like you could be able to figure out how often, and like if one person does it more often than the other, like, is that person going to get jealous, or like,
right.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be a tough balance. Be a tough balancing act.
Yeah, it definitely would be. Which, I mean, whatever. If it works for you, it works for you. But relationship's hard enough as it is. So I don't get why you. If it's your thing, it's your thing. That's cool. I'm cool with it. I mean, whatever. But how seriously? I mean, I guess there is marriages out there like that, but I just can't see how.
Well, I am open as a single guy. I am open to having sex with people in open relationships. If that works, I don't know if that.
He's throwing it out there, just letting you know.
If you guys are in open relationships and want to have a little fun, let me know.
How about if you wanted to watch?
Interesting. I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know if I would or not.
Yeah.
I'd think about it.
Nice.
I wouldn't say no right away.
Atta boy. All right.
We'll see how the the night rolls.
Nice. Do you have one left?
Yep, I got one more.
Okay.
So what is your most memorable experience in a movie theater?
Oh, that's easy. That's when you fell asleep. Because you've busted me. You've busted me so many times, and I'm like, I got him. I got him.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because
I don't remember the movie, but that's because I was sleeping.
You snored. I was like, everything that you've ever busted me for in a movie theater, I busted you that time, and I was like, yes, we're even. I don't give a shit if I've done it 6 times and he's only done it once. We're even.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely, I don't think I snored, but I mean, it could have happened.
So,
but
what about for you?
I have 2.
Okay.
So the first one was when you and I went and saw Bad Grandpa in theaters.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember, like, because that was a long day for us. So we got to the movie at 10 in the morning, and we may or may not have snuck in a beer or 2 and watched Bad Grandpa.
Oh, yeah.
We kept that going all day and all night because that was Bridget's 30th birthday party. And she had the party bus.
Oh, shit. I forgot all about this.
Yeah, so she had the party bus. So we literally started drinking at 10 in the morning and drank all day and all night through, I think I made it till like 9 o'clock. And then I might have
crashed.
Well, I didn't crash, but I had a puke and rally, I think.
Oh, yeah. God dang, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that was a long day.
That was a fun day, though.
That was a really fun day. I was so nervous, like, sneaking those beers. It was winter, luckily, because we were able to sneak them in big coats.
Yeah, I remember.
It's the first time I've ever.
I remember
done you were.
Like that. I remember you were really nervous, and I was like, "Just be cool, man. Just be cool."
Yep. But we had to do it because it was Bad Grandpa, and we were just trying to emulate the movie, right?
I remember a couple of guys laughing because you could hear the.
For sure, and they knew it was beer too. I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
They didn't they got a cola.
So,
another memorable time though was the first time I got to go to a movie by myself to see an R-rated movie.
Nice.
I think it was R-rated. Anyways, it was one of the Saw movies. It had to have been R.
Yeah, it was R.
But yeah, dude, it was. I just remember it was an old movie theater, like really like shitty, but it was the coolest experience ever because I was in the movie theater by myself and I was seeing a movie that I'm like, am I supposed to be seeing this by myself right now?
That's awesome.
I was so nervous, but I enjoyed every second of it. It was awesome.
Nice. That's funny, dude.
Yeah.
God, I forgot about Bridget's 30th.
I know. I talked to him like kind of recently, like a few months ago, but
I remember when they first had their first kid, and the whole time that they were pregnant, I was like, I hope it's a boy, and I hope you name it Justin, because I'm gonna tell that kid every day that he was named after me and not his dad.
That's awesome. Yeah, I did. So I talked to them a little bit, but it was like through somebody else, so that it wasn't like directly to them. But yeah. I should reach out to them. I miss them.
Yeah, I miss them too.
They got 3 of them now, right?
Yeah, I think their third's on the way. Yeah, or if they might have just had the third.
I think they have
had it already. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, time flies.
I haven't seen them for a while.
I've run into Justin every once in a while, but I haven't seen Bridget in years.
Oh, really?
So
I miss them. Hopefully they're listening.
Yeah, I hope so too, man.
And if they're listening, if you guys want to reach out, I'll reach out if you guys don't reach out, but I'll give you some time to reach out to.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I definitely miss them. I miss that whole crew that back in those days.
Dude, that was a fun crew.
Yeah. So, all right, should we get into segments?
Yeah.
All right,
can
first
get
one.
into entertainment to start.
Yeah.
So, what entertainment have you been up to since the last time we recorded an episode?
I definitely
an hour ago.
I named actually a whole bunch of different ones. So I got a buddy that started. Well, I'm gonna call him a buddy because I talked to him quite a bit, but he started his podcast about the same time that we did. So we'd always kind of talk about starting it up and what we're gonna do and all this. And his podcast is called the Stardom Podcast. So yeah, it's been pretty good. He's got a great podcast. He's the guy that I told you that had Wee Man on.
Oh yeah, yep.
And all that. So yeah, it's a great podcast. He's funny. So yeah, I've been listening to that one, and then another one I've been listening to is Brilliantly Dumb. Brilliantly Dumb podcast. He's from the East Coast. I want to say New Jersey, but he's got that accent, you know, that Boston accent, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he might get mad if he actually heard this and goes, "I'm not from New Jersey," you know. But I found him through TikTok. He has some great TikToks because he's a big golfer, and he heckles all the new golfers. Like he'll go to the PGA Tour and heckle the shit out of them, and it's funnier than hell. Like, well, the one video he's heckling Bubba Watson, and he's like, "Bubba, what'd you think of the porta potties here? Were they good? Are they comfortable?" And then, like he'll see some wearing the green shirt today, looking good, you know. And a couple other ones, like when he's out golfing, he comes around the back nine and he goes into the clubhouse, and he comes out and he's got like 2 armfuls, like from his waist up to his chin, carrying food, and he's like, and his buddies are like, "We're making the churn." He's like, guys gotta eat.
Gee.
So it's good, and his podcast is great. It's very funny. Again, that was Brilliantly Dumb podcast, and then I got back into. I remember I told you about Mythoslavic.
Yeah. Yep.
I've been getting into hers. I could listen to her talk all day. That accent that she has.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then I got back into rewatching The League.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I forgot how funny that show is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a funny show. I never have gotten I've never seen like an entire season. I've only seen episodes here and there.
Oh, really?
Yep. So I should sit down and watch all of it.
Did I? Oh, and then did I tell you about that show, LOL? Laugh Out Loud?
Mm-mm.
Oh, man. You got Prime, right?
Yeah, I have Prime.
Yeah, you would love it. It's the Canadian version. Last one to laugh.
Yes, you did tell me about this a couple episodes ago.
Yeah. You got to check it out because it's right up your alley.
Okay. I'll have to look that up and watch a little bit of it.
Dude, I think you will cry laugh. It's your kind of comedy.
Okay.
It's the kind of comedy that you like, at least.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say.
I was gonna say I'll maybe watch some after this episode, but it's getting kind of late, so I'm probably gonna watch something that I can just fall asleep to.
Yeah, I couldn't. It was one of those nights where my mind would not shut off and I couldn't fall asleep, so I just started skimming through, and I found it. It's the worst thing I could have found.
Yep.
Because I was like, this is freaking gold.
And you just want to keep watching and keep watching and keep watching. Yep.
So, all right. What about you for entertainment?
Well, I just put some shows that I would normally watch, and then a couple shows that I'm like thinking about watching. Um, so I have Superstore, South Park, Bob's Burgers, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Futurama, for TV shows that I usually watch. And then I put You Made It Weird with Pete Holmes and Working It Out with Mike Birbiglia. Obviously, I also want to listen to a little bit more of Bewitched Banter. I need to get caught up on that one again. Um, but yeah, just all of that stuff. There is a couple shows that I want to start watching. One that I've only seen one episode of, but like for some reason I've actually had multiple people reach out and like not reach out, but like just tell me that I should watch it. And it's actually on HBO Max. What's it called? Game of Thrones. So I want to watch. I want to get into Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
I've
you'd love it.
heard
It's
really
good.
good things. I have not seen it. Like I said, I've watched one episode, I think. I also want to watch Barry, if you've ever seen that. I've seen, I think, 2 seasons, but there's a third season that just came out. There's a show that I've watched a little bit of. I've watched the first season, but the second season is out now with Penny from Big Bang Theory.
Nice.
It's called The Flight Attendant.
Ooh.
So that's something I want to. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I've heard it's good.
Yeah, it's the first season was really good, so I'm hoping the second season follows suit.
Okay.
But and there's another one that I want to watch, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm actually going through my stuff right now trying to find it. Man, I can't remember what it is. Just give me 1 second. I'll find it. It's just taking a second to load. But is there any shows that you want to watch that you know of?
No, not really.
No.
I'm not really getting into anything really right now. Like I keep going back to the old shows, man.
Yeah.
Rewatching those because everything that's out now. I got into rewatching Mike and Molly.
Oh, okay. That's a good show.
Yeah, that was
I like
good.
that one.
I'm a big Billy Grendel.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't.
I'm a big fan of his. I like his stuff.
I can't find the one that I'm thinking of right now. Oh well. There's another show that I would really want to watch that I started watching. It had Zach Galifianakis in it, and it was from like 2013. Oh well. Anyways, if I think of it, I'll bring it up next episode.
Okay.
But,
all right. Should we get into Marry Fuck Kill?
Yeah, Marry Fuck Kill.
How's
What's that about?
Yeah. It's where we name 3 things, and you got to marry one, fuck one, and kill one.
Okay.
So you want to go first?
Simple enough. Sure, I'll go first. So my first one is coffee, tea, or pop.
I'm going to marry pop, fuck coffee, and kill tea.
Okay.
I'm not a big tea guy.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do the same, at least for now.
I wish
What about like if it was, what about tea or sweetened tea?
I don't think it matters.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I wish I could get into
I-
tea. I really do because I know it's really good for you.
Yeah. I'm going to do the same as you, actually. I'm going to marry pop. I'm going to fuck coffee and kill tea.
So, all right. Beards, mustaches, goatees.
Well, I'm going to marry beards
Okay.
because that's what I have now. And I have had a beard longer than I have had a mustache or a goatee. I think I'm going to fuck a goatee and kill a mustache.
Wow.
Because I have never only grown out my mustache. The only time I've ever done that is when I do like the handlebars, and I only do it for a week when I'm like not gonna be working that week. And so that's definitely a fun time to do it when I don't have to actually like look presentable. But I'm gonna go. Yeah, marry beards, fuck goatee, kill mustache.
Okay.
How about you?
This is tough. Because I like a good mustache. If you can rock a good mustache, like a Sam Elliott mustache or a freaking, what's his name from Blue Bloods?
I can't remember.
But if you can rock a good mustache, man, there's nothing better than just a single mustache. But there's only like 3 guys in the world that have really killer mustaches, So, so I'm going to answer this 2 ways. Sorry again. I'm going to go with me. On me, I'm going to marry a beard, fuck a goatee, kill a mustache. No. Take that back. Rewind. I'm gonna marry a goatee, fuck a mustache, kill a beard.
Really?
Yeah. I think I look like this, the beard that I have right now. I think it's every time I grow it out really long, it gets really scraggly.
Mm.
I have really coarse hair for a beard. Coarser than normal, I think. So it just kind of it curls up.
Oh, yeah.
And all that, and it just never grows together. It never grows in good. But I like a nice little bit beyond stubble beard for me.
Yep.
But other than that, it doesn't look good, I don't think. But I think I grow a really good mustache. So I think when I'm going to be 80, I'm going to rock the fuck out of a nice mustache. But I've always rocked a goatee. I think you've seen me with a goatee.
Oh, yeah.
Most of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've had a goatee since I was fucking 15 years old.
Damn.
Well, I've been shaving since I was 12.
Damn. Yeah, that's not me. I've been shaving. It took me a while to get to this point where I could actually grow a beard. But then all of a sudden, just one day, or like 1 year, it was just, well, you can grow a beard now.
I still can't grow. I don't think, I mean, it's a decent beard. But my mustache, I've been able to grow a mustache and goatee since I was 12. And we moved here when I was 13. And when I came to middle school at 13, I go to sign up for classes or whatever. They go, the high school's over there. I go, yeah, I'm 13. Because I literally had a full mustache and partial goatee at that time.
Damn.
So, all right, what's yours?
Well, I thought you had a second answer.
Oh yeah. Second answer. On another person, any other guy, I'm marrying a beard.
Okay.
And I'm going to fuck the goatee and kill the mustache.
Okay. Yeah, because I was going based off me. I wasn't going off of other people.
Yeah.
But I think I'm still actually going the same route on other people too.
If I could grow a nice, beautiful long beard that's shaped well, I would love to, but I just can't. I have yet been able to, and I've grown them out many of times.
I do need to reshape mine again. I need to
just make it even.
Well, right now it looks terrible because I haven't showered like today, so it looks bad.
But like on another dude, if you, like I said, like a good beard, yeah, like Matt. When Matt shaved his beard that first time, I was like, I literally didn't talk to him for a whole day. I was so mad. I was so mad because I really do love beards.
Yeah.
So, all right.
My next one is, I'm going back to office supplies. Pen, pencil, marker.
I'm going to marry a pen, fuck a pencil, kill a marker.
Okay.
I never use markers.
Yeah. I use markers actually quite a bit. That's why I was.
Yeah.
I use them a bit. So I'm
you're,
gonna.
You're a big highlighter guy.
Oh yeah, highlighters for sure. That if you consider that a marker, then yeah, I use markers a lot. Then I'm gonna go.
What would you consider a highlighter? It's not a pen.
I'd say it's its own thing because it's not a. Yeah, it is a marker, but it's like a.
Yeah, it's a marker. It's a yellow marker.
But it's a see-through marker because if I picture a marker, if you draw over pen or pencil, you can't see the pen or pencil anymore. Where with a highlighter,
you show me a yellow marker that knocks out pen or pencil.
Good point. Anyways, I'll use markers with highlighters. I'm going to interchange them. I'm only going to fuck a marker though. I'm not going to marry him.
Okay.
I think I'm going to marry a pen because certain pens. I have my pen that I really like.
If you get the right
pen.
And
I don't usually deviate from it. I buy a bunch of them. I try to have the same pen every time. And then pencils, I'll use a pencil every now and then. But if a pen's around, I'm going to use a pen.
Man, when you get that right pen, that's like...
Yeah, dude, I have...
Get over here.
I use the same pen for everything I use. It's the best.
Yeah, but I know I have a favorite style of pen too. And I can buy 20 of them. They all write really, really good. But there's always one out of that 20 that you're like, ooh, I can't lose you.
Yeah.
I can't lose you.
Oh, but then as soon as you have one like that, that's the first one you lose.
That's the first one you lose.
Yep. But yep, so that's what I'm gonna marry pen, fuck marker, kill pencil.
All right.
But if you get a pencil, you got to get a Ticonderoga. That's the best. The black Ticonderoga.
Ooh.
Best pencil in the world.
I can't write with a dull pencil.
I can, but I definitely prefer a freshly sharpened one.
I hate a dull pencil. Like, I don't mind if it's dulling, but if that thing is like, you can barely see the lead, you almost got to push down to write with it, it bugs me.
Dude,
it's like nails on chalkboard.
I'm a heavy writer anyways. I always push down, so it doesn't bother me as much.
It bugs the shit out of me. I like to have that sharpness. That's why I like a pen.
Yep.
So, all right. Phones, computers, gaming systems.
That's a tough one. Because I love all of them. I'm going to marry my phone. Because it does everything. You can play games, it does stuff your computer does, and make phone calls. I'm going to fuck a computer and kill a gaming system.
Wow, I did not see this coming.
The reason is because you can play games on the computer. Wow. I don't right now. I play all my games on gaming systems.
I did not think you were going to go this way at all.
But I use computers every day, whether it be for work or personal use. I use computers for my comedy. I use it for the podcast. I use it for basically like I have everything that I need to ever organize. I'll have everything on the computer.
I would have never guessed this for an answer for you, though. I definitely thought you were going to marry a gaming system.
No, I wouldn't marry the gaming system because I use my phone every day, regardless of any situation. My computer I don't use every day. My gaming system I don't use every day. So it was between those two. But my life is on my computer, and my gaming systems are great. I love them, but they're my entertainment, and I can get away with other forms of entertainment. I wouldn't be able to live without a computer.
I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm marrying my phone, fucking computers, killing a gaming system. I hardly ever touch it. I have the PS4, and I play here and there, but I'd say I play once, maybe twice every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Where I'm on my phone every single day, and the computer, it's pretty close to every day.
Yeah.
So, all right, what's your next one?
I have candy, cake, and Little Debbie treats.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna marry cake, fuck Little Debbie's, kill candy.
I kind of figured you'd kill candy. I didn't know about the cake or Little Debbie's though. So cake is...
It's a flip of the coin. Because there's some Little Debbie's out there that are just bangers.
I'm eating a Little Debbie right now, actually. I haven't eaten it since the beginning of this podcast. It was kind of my in-between treat. But it's the oatmeal cream pie.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good.
One of my faves.
And it's the big one, too. I skipped out on getting the little one. I got the little ones last time, and I had to eat 2 every time I ate it. But yeah, that's my treat for after the episode. It's my little bedtime treat. Man, I think I'm gonna marry Candy. I'm gonna fuck Little Debbie treats, and I'm gonna kill Cake.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I love cake. I'll eat it all day, every day, but the other two, I
couldn't live without. I get it.
I mean, I would include them in the bedroom. I don't know if I would include cake.
Fuck, I would definitely include cake over candy.
Actually, cake would probably be
a little safer.
A little safer, yeah.
All right, I went dirty with my last one.
Okay.
Porn, masturbation, sex.
That's a toughie. Man. Well, man, I don't even know. It's because porn, I use that most of the time when I
use it on the daily, like 6 times a day.
But I wouldn't be able to live without actual sex. I think I'm gonna kill porn.
Oh.
Because I have a good imagination. I can figure something out for the masturbation part. I think I'm gonna marry masturbation and fuck sex and kill porn, because masturbation you can do whenever you want, basically, with limitations, obviously. And sex is great. I love it.
All right.
But like sometimes if you just masturbate quick, then you don't need sex for a while and you're good.
I love that. Know? I love the one meme that I always see. Man, I really want a relationship. I really need a relationship. I want to be in a relationship. Jerk off. Yeah, I don't really need a relationship. I don't really want a relationship. I don't really need a relationship.
But yeah, because right now in my life, that's the way I'm leaning. But obviously, if I get into a relationship and the sex is great, then I'll switch it up. I'll tell you when I change my mind.
All right. I have 2 answers.
All right.
If I'm not getting all these on the daily, my answer would be marry masturbation, fuck sex, kill porn. if I can get all 3 of these on the daily, I would marry sex, fuck porn, kill masturbation.
I like that answer. That's a very thought out answer. And I feel like I didn't have the time to think that out. But I'm going with your answer.
All right.
Because that makes sense.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense.
So, do you have, was that the last one? Do you have one more?
Yeah, nope, that's it.
All right. What's our next segment?
Next segment is Love It or Hate It, where we pick a subject or we just say one thing and you have to either say that you hate it or you love it. There's no in between. You gotta lean one way or the other.
Okay. You or me?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Desk calendars. Like the little stand-up one where it's got like each page is a day.
I'm gonna go with hate it.
Okay.
I don't need it in my life.
Yeah.
You know, so it's hard to say I love it, something that I don't really need.
I'm going to go love it because I have one at work and it's just something fun. Like it's just, I read it one day and then I rip the page and move on to the next day.
Yeah.
But it's something that I don't like look forward to it, but it's just kind of something that I show up to work. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I had that. Gives me a little something for at least 2 seconds.
See, and you also have a desk. I don't have a desk.
That's true.
So, all right. Drinking water.
I said love it. I really enjoy like mixing in flavors if at all possible, but I'm cool with just drinking water. I have a water right there that I'm looking at. And I always have one at my nightstand when I'm going to bed. Sometimes I'll switch it up and go with juice.
Nice.
But for the most part, I go with water.
Yeah, I love water. I drink probably more water than anything.
You drink. Yeah, you drink way more water than I do.
Yeah, I went one time a 3-month stretch where that's all I drank was water. I didn't drink no pop, anything else, just straight water. No flavoring, nothing. It was just straight water for 3 months.
I have not done that ever.
It was actually pretty easy. But I also, like I said, I love water.
Yeah, for sure. All right, my next one is origami.
I love it. I don't know how to do it, so it makes me want to say hate it, but it's so pretty and it's so cool. And some of it's really freaking awesome, so I'm going to go love it.
Yeah. I went with love it too. I don't know how to do any of it. I know Candace actually got into it really, really hard. She ended up making she was making cranes and she was making as many as she could and she's like putting them all on a strand. It looked so pretty. It was awesome. And she still has it, but I think she's continuing to make them too.
That's
which
cool.
is really cool. I really love them.
Yeah,
but I don't know how to do it.
I wish I did. It would be a definite love it, and I'd probably love it even more.
Yeah.
So yeah, love it. All right. Exercising.
This is a tough one because I enjoy exercise when it's in a form of a game.
Okay.
But if I am told to just go exercise, I'm going to just say hate it because I want there to be some sort of a game or some sort of game element to it because if I'm just lifting weights or I'm not into that. Like I used to be in high school, but like now I'm just, if it doesn't help me in anything, I don't want to, I don't need to be buff and strong. I'm cool with the way my body looks the way it is. Like, I don't know.
I said, I'm going to go with love it. but I hate if I've been out of it for a while, I hate that first week or two. It's the worst.
Yeah.
But then when I get into it and I'm constantly going, I love it. There's nothing better than going out and having a good exercise, good workout, good lift. And the other thing is, I love it if there's a shower. If there's no shower at the gym, I really hate that. Oh, I hate that. Because when I work out, I feel like all my negativity, all my bad things that are in my body are exiting through the sweat. And the last thing I want to do is get in my car and just have all that. I feel like when I can have a shower, I can wash all that negativity, all that bad freaking juju out of my body and leave it there.
Yeah, I like that. It sounds nice.
So, but yeah, love it.
My next one is deviled eggs.
Love them. Love them. Love them. Love them. I do. Deviled eggs are like, that's my candy. That's my dessert. Like, when it comes to like family dinners or whatever, when we have big get-togethers, they're like, I go, can you just make me a tray of deviled eggs? I'll take deviled eggs all the time.
You just eat all of them?
Oh, God, yeah. I could eat the whole tray to where I'm sick.
Wow. Dude, I just made deviled eggs, like, by myself for the first time. Like, normally, every time I've ever made deviled eggs, I've always made them with somebody, and I was always just the helper. I was never, like, the main person. But I made them at work, and because I was working on Easter, and there was a few of us, obviously, because like the casino's still open, so we had to work. And somebody brought ham and potatoes, and I was like, "Oh, well, what can I bring?" And they're like, "Deviled eggs." I'm like, "Never made them before by myself, but I'll figure it out." And I did it,
hard.
And they were so good.
Oh yeah,
I did a really good job. I'm very proud of how they turned out.
Nice. All right, energy drinks.
I don't drink them often, but I really love the way they taste, and it's a really good treat for me. But like I said, I'm not going to drink them super often because they're not good for you. But when I do get to drink them, I love them.
Okay. I went with hate them.
Okay.
Because I don't, like you said, I love liquid ice. Like, that's probably my favorite energy drink, but I don't like them.
Yeah.
I like the way they taste, but I don't like what energy drinks do to my body. Like, I get jittery. I get the shakes real bad sometimes from them. So I that's why I just never drink them. But the only reason I got liquid ice tonight was because I knew we were doing 2 episodes. It was going to be a late night.
Yep.
So I was like, I got to get a little bit of energy drink in me.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I absolutely hate them.
Sweet. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go into Roddy or Vandy. This is where we talk about random things again, where we just figure out if it's something that Roddy is more apt to do, or if Vandy is more apt to do, or enjoy, or use, or whatever.
All right. I know we went through these already, but I'm going to start from the bottom up.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
So, who do you think is better on a computer?
Well, like we said before, I think this might be a surprise to everybody, but I think that Roddy is better on a computer.
I went with Roddy as well.
Yep. I mean, you're the one that does all the computer stuff for the podcast. You do all like the editing and stuff like that. And to be honest, you are better at that than me. But like when it comes to everything else computer wise, I have been on a computer like for I'd say the last 7 years at work.
Yeah.
And I'm always on a computer for my personal stuff, and I'm always organizing stuff on a computer.
Yeah. You're a killer at spreadsheets.
Oh yeah, spreadsheets are my my jam. Even though like I'm not good compared to a lot of people that I've worked with.
Yeah.
Unless I'm really good with the people that I work with at the casino because a lot of them haven't ever had the experience.
Right.
But working like
there's some
at
amazing
agencies.
people.
Yeah, at ad agencies, there's a couple people that like blow me out of the water. I look like I'm a newbie.
They know all the formulas, all that.
Oh, they know everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll still call on people that I've worked with there. Like if I have a question on Excel or whatever, I'll be like, "Hey,
how do
I know
do
this is
and
possible."
this?
Yeah, I'm like, "Hey, I know this is possible. I have no idea how to do it though." Like,
yeah, I'm a very big beginner. Like, and I wish I was really good at it. Like, I wouldn't mind taking a class on Excel spreadsheets.
Yeah,
because it can help you so much with everything. But yeah, all right,
sweet. Who is more likely to print something off the internet?
I said Roddy.
I said Roddy as well because I'll print stuff off the internet just to either like help me remember, like
right.
if it's something like if it's like an event or something, like sometimes I'll even print off my tickets even though like you could just have it on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just enjoy having a hard copy sometimes. I don't do it all the time, but I do it every now and then just to have it in my hand rather than just on the phone.
Yeah. I'm not a big printing guy. Like I don't print a lot of stuff, so
yeah,
that's why
I print quite a bit. Yeah, I print quite a bit.
So all right. Who is more likely to do laundry when they're in a relationship?
I said Roddy.
I said Roddy as well.
Because I mean, I don't like doing laundry, but like I don't know. It's my least favorite like home activity. Like I'd rather do dishes or dust or vacuum or something.
Wow. All right, then I'm changing my answer.
Oh, okay.
I definitely thought it was something I thought it was something you enjoyed.
No, it's my least favorite activity to do, but it's something that has to be done, so I'll definitely do it. But in past relationships, like I guess only one past relationship, like she actually did the laundry and I did the dishes because that's what we like to do. So like I just did the dishes, she did the laundry, and we called it even.
I hate doing laundry at home. Back when I had like in college, when I had the apartment in college, there was no laundry. We had to go to the laundromat.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
Really?
It was my favorite thing to do. Because I knew that an hour or two out of the week, I was going to get my alone time where I could read a book or I could work on comedy or I could do something. I loved going to the laundromat, but doing laundry at home sucks because then I don't take that out. I don't take that time to do stuff for me. I just throw it in and then I go do something else. Where when I'm at a laundromat, that's just almost like a relaxation time. I get to sit down, chill, do something where I can just be me, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Vandy then on that one.
Okay.
So.
All right. Who's more likely to pluck their eyebrows?
I said Roddy.
I said Roddy as well, and I actually do it not like every day, but I pluck quite a bit, like just this middle part.
Yeah.
I don't do
the
like
unibrow.
I don't do the outside of it, but I do the unibrow part because it'll grow in.
I definitely get a unibrow too. I shave it.
Oh, I don't shave it because it might grow back thicker, and I don't want that.
Well, I shave it on the regular.
Oh, okay. No, I've always plucked. I've never. Well, I guess I did shave for a little bit, but then I was told by a few different people that they're like, no, you shouldn't shave because then you're gonna have to do it every day. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then I just pluck like once or twice a week and call it good.
Well, the eyebrows in my family, you would swear we were Jewish because they're definitely thick. So if I'd be sitting there plucking for hours, I think probably.
Oh, really?
Because I do have thick eyebrows. So that's why I just shave it.
Yeah.
All right. Who's more likely to do a cock push-up? I watched Tenacious D Pick of Destiny last night, and it popped into my head when I was figuring these ones out.
Well, I said Vandy.
Yeah?
Because, well, I don't ever see myself trying.
I definitely would try. I definitely have tried.
I don't see myself trying that.
It's gonna happen one of these days.
Even at my like
one of these
horniest,
days. One of these
I
days.
wouldn't be able to.
One of these days it's gonna
But yeah, I said Vandy on that one.
Dude, if it ever happens, you'll be the first person I call.
So
I did it. I did it, dude. I did it.
You better videotape it and do some marketing on our podcast.
Right. Yeah, I'd have to videotape it. Nobody'd believe me.
Yeah, for sure.
So, all
right. My last one is, who is more likely to over-exaggerate?
I said Vandy.
I said Vandy as well.
It's the storyteller in me, man.
Yeah. It happens. Like, I over-exaggerate, but I don't over-exaggerate more, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I always try to spice up a story.
Yeah.
I love telling a story, and I go, and this is the Bert in me. This is why I think me and Bert would get it, because I know it didn't happen like that, but it sounds better like this. Let me tell it this way. This is my way, all right? Let me add this extra 30, 40% to make it a better story. That's just who I am.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I definitely went Vandy as well.
Okay.
All right.
Now we get into our last segment of...
Would you rather?
I rather what?
We named two things, and you got to pick, would you rather do this, or would you rather do that? Would you rather want this, or would you rather want that? We named two things, and you got to pick between the two.
Sweet.
You want to go first, or should I?
Why don't you go first?
I'll go first. All right. Would you rather meet your past ancestors, or go into the future and meet your great-grandchildren?
I said I would rather go in the future to see my great-grandchildren, because, I mean, I could always, there's got to be a way to figure out whatever I would want to figure out in the past. I can either ask, my family members that are still alive to see if they know anything, or maybe there's Ancestry.com. Maybe they'll know. I don't know. You can always try to, if it's happened before, there's got to be a way to figure something out.
Well, yeah.
I feel. And in the future, there's no way to figure out. It's all up in the air. So I'd rather go in the future to see, hey, what's going on up there? And
I'm going in the past.
Okay.
Because that's a for sure thing that I know. And I want to meet those people and talk to them.
Yep. Plus, one thing you can think of, if you go in the future and talk to these people, is that going to affect the future? And now, because you saw them in the future, and then what you bring back to your
butterfly effect.
Present, is that going to affect the future? So now that's not the future anymore.
Right. I know some of the people in my past, and I definitely would love to have conversations with them.
Yeah.
I'd love to get to know them. So, what's your first one?
All right, mine is, would you rather watch... Okay, I'm going to start pretty intense, but would you rather watch your parents have sex every day for the rest of your life, or join in once to make it stop?
This is so gross.
I know.
This is so bad. I feel like you've been talking to Sam like on your days off, and from the TikTok guy Sam, remember?
Yeah.
I feel like you guys have been chit chatting.
No, I haven't, but
because I feel like this is one that I feel like he would come up with.
Yep.
Oh, it's so gross.
It's every day for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I'd probably have to
just join in once.
I'd throw up, and I think I'd join. Just because I don't want to watch that every day for the rest of your life.
Yep. Dude, I did the same thing. I said join in once to make it stop because... And I would do it as soon as possible because you don't want to go a year or two seeing it every day, then joining in once.
Yeah. I get that, yeah. But that's definitely going to be a scarred memory for the rest of your life, too. I feel like you're going to see that every time you close your eyes for the rest of your life.
Dude, yeah, you're going to see it every second of every day for a long time, I bet.
All right. Would you rather be a popular guy at work or be known as the smartest guy at work?
I would rather be known as the smartest guy at work. The only reason I say that is just because if you're the most popular, like, people might expect a lot from you. And even if you are the smartest, they might expect a lot from you. But if you are the smartest, you'll be able to handle it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if you're popular, people are going to be like, oh, you should work on this project. You should work on this. You should do this. You should do this. And if you're the smartest, they're going to do the same thing. But at least if you're the smartest, you're going to be able to handle it and get your work done.
Okay.
And if you're the most popular, well, you're going to be overwhelmed and you might lose your job because you're not going to be able to get it all done.
All right. I have two different answers.
Okay.
So for my main job right now, I'd want to be the smartest. Just because then I know everything I'm doing is probably going to be right.
Yeah.
Where popular means everybody's going to come to me for answers and I might not have the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy-wise, in that career, I would want to be the most popular.
Yeah, for sure. That's actually a good point. But at the same time...
It depends on what job.
Yeah, I was going to say, but at the same time, as a comic, you do want to be a smart comic because you want to be able to...
Yeah.
You want to be able to get out of a situation and know how to do it properly. And if you're popular, that doesn't mean you're always going to have a good set.
If you're popular in that career, that must mean you're pretty good.
Yeah. But I mean, you could also be popular in the fact that, well, yeah, he's popular because he's like the worst at it.
Oh, I never thought of that. Good comeback.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, oh, he's popular.
He's
I don't know who he is. But
he's popular for being an idiot.
Yep.
All right.
I don't know.
Good point.
I think the smartest is always the better option, just in the fact that, like, you're able to handle yourself and you're going to be able to know how to get out of situations. And, like, even in comedy, I feel like it's good to be smart because...
I agree.
Yeah.
I was just trying to play devil's advocate.
No, I do enjoy what you're saying, and I think it's a very good point. I was also playing devil's advocate, saying, like,
Yeah, I know.
Well, yeah, you might be popular, but you might be that one guy on American Idol who was popular for being a bad singer.
Yeah.
Can't remember his name, but
Chung, isn't it? Something.
yeah,
Chung?
something like that. Yep. Okay. Would you rather not wash your hands after pooping, after getting a little bit of poop on your finger, or not wipe after pooping?
I said not wipe.
Okay, why is that?
Because I could deal with like a little. I know I'm going to get chapped. I know I'm going to chafe. I know everything's going to be bad about it. But I might have to eat something, or I might want to go eat something. I don't want that in my mouth as well. I can deal with it in the pants. I can't deal with it if it's getting spread.
Yeah. I did the same reason. I said, because I could maybe get away with it because it's not like out in the open.
Right.
And like, I don't want to get it all over my stuff. So anything I touch is going to get on it. And I didn't even think of food, but yeah, you don't want to eat that.
All right. Would you rather be busy for the rest of your life or bored for the rest of your life?
I said I would rather be bored for the rest of my life because that means I have more free time to do things that I want, but I don't think that's part of the question. I think I would, like, if I had the opportunity for either, I'm very easily entertained and I can entertain myself really easily. Like, I entertain myself with a bouncy ball. Like, I can entertain myself with just about anything. And so I feel like I'm rarely ever bored. And so I would rather be too bored because then I just have free time to do whatever I want, you know?
I said busy.
Yeah.
Because I can get bored real easily.
No, I'm the opposite. I'm rarely bored.
I hate being bored. I love staying busy. Hence why nighttime's really hard for me.
Yeah.
So. Is that it?
Yeah. Nope, I got one more.
Okay.
So would you rather pick your nose quick to get a booger out or leave it in your nose and have it bother you for the rest of the day?
I'll pick it real quick.
Yep.
I'm not dealing with that annoying feeling all day.
Yeah, especially if you can like get away with it without anybody seeing it. Like I'm doing that 100% of the time.
Yeah. I don't give a shit. Whatever.
I might even taste it.
Oh god, I wouldn't go that far.
I was kidding. I wouldn't do that.
So.
But,
all right, we did that time of the night, man?
Yeah, I think we're at that time of the night. What time is it though? I don't even know what time of the night we're talking about.
Dedication time, baby.
Dedication. So we're gonna dedicate this episode to a comedian. Who are we thinking about dedicating to?
We're gonna dedicate to Marc Maron.
Marc Maron. What the fuck podcast. And what the fuck comedian. And what the fuck actor.
Yeah.
And he's been doing a lot of stuff.
Dude,
lately.
I love Marc Maron. I love the guy.
Yep.
Oh, that's another one. Comedy Pinata podcast with Steve Byrne. He just started it.
Yep.
They listen to three comedians and they talk about them and then they rate them.
Mm-hmm.
And then and they go from there. Marc Maron was one of them on today, or it was on Monday. And he said it very well. Somebody on there said it. Marc Maron, he's not going to be the funniest guy doing stand-up that night. But he is the guy that will make you stop and go, I got to listen to him. He's one of those guys that he's not going to tell you the funniest joke, but he's going to tell you the story that you go, all right, you're going to get to the edge of your seat and go, all right, I got to hear the rest of this. I got to see where this is going to go.
Yep.
He's a guy that when he talks, you listen.
Well, he's such a brilliant man. Like, he knows so much about so many different things. Like, he's just, he knows what he's doing. And the podcast, if you listen to his podcast, all his guests, he's such a good interviewer.
He is a
too.
very
Like,
good interviewer.
He knows what question to ask, when to ask it, how to ask it, like,
and how to keep it going, and how to switch.
Yep.
But I thought that was the greatest explanation. Like, I love his comedy. He is a very funny guy. He's not the funniest guy I've ever heard.
Yep.
But he definitely tells bits where you go, all right, I got to see where you're going with this.
Yep. Yeah, he's very like, intriguing.
Yeah, and he's like that with everything that he does. His podcast, like, even when he has somebody boring on, I got to listen to just because I want to see where you're going to go with this podcast, because I don't see how this is going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a guy that makes you want to listen.
Yep.
Because he's so damn interesting. And talented. The guy's talented.
Yeah. And he's able to bring that out of other people too. Like, he's able to, like, show their talents while he's also, like, he's always thinking like 1 or 2 steps ahead of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just very good at controlling the conversation. Not controlling, but he's to guide the conversation and to, like, just keep moving it forward in a good way.
I'm really excited to deep dive into him.
Yeah, that's going to be a very good episode.
Because he's definitely a guy I would have loved to see back in his party days, to see how much different he was. Because I feel like it's night and day.
Oh, for sure.
Because he was a big partier back in the day.
Hard partier.
Because he was part of, like, the Sam Kinison days.
Yep.
Those guys partied.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, these guys weren't messing around when it came to that stuff.
Yeah, they hit it hard. They were around when the freaking Comedy Store was a dark, dark place.
Yep.
So yeah. Yeah, go check him out. If you guys don't know who Marc Maron is, I think you've been living under a rock. But
yep.
But I guarantee you, there's people that go, he was an actor. Because I guarantee it. Yeah, and he's a very good actor. And there's stuff that he's been in that you go, oh shit, he was in that, wasn't he?
Yep.
So, yeah, go check him out. Go listen to his comedy. Very funny guy. Been in the business for years.
A lot of years.
Yeah.
He's been doing it a real long time.
Yeah. So go check him out. Go listen to his stuff. Go listen to his podcast. He has a phenomenal, one of the best podcasts out there.
Yeah, if you want to listen to a good podcast, listen to What the Fuck. I have listened to it throughout here during our podcasts. It's one that I always forget to mention because it's just, I don't know, it's
such a regular thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's something that I've listened to. Like, I listened to a lot of it before we started the podcast, and then I got into these other podcasts while we're doing our podcast. But that is the first. That's the first podcast that I really dove into, yeah, and had to listen to as many episodes as I could. Like, it was like a job that I had to listen to as many as I could.
I mean, the guy had the president on.
Yeah,
that was unheard of in podcasting.
Yep.
The president of the United States went into a guy's garage and did a podcast.
Yep.
That's
like during his presidency.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
When you think about that.
Yep.
The president of the United States went to some guy's house, went into his garage, and sat down and did a podcast.
Yep.
That's crazy to think about. That tells you how cool, how good the guy is.
Yep.
So, I think this was a great episode again, man.
I think so too. I think I I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
so I think
we kind of
be good.
I think we definitely jumped around all over emotionally.
Oh yeah,
in this one,
yeah. We went to some deep spots, and then we also went to some naughty spots.
Yeah, so
it was fun.
Once again, guys, go like the podcast, go subscribe, go listen to us, go give us a rating, give us some comments. Check us out. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have the Snapchat now. That's if you want to go at us, it's the Stupidest Pod. P-O-D. What else we got, Roddy?
We got YouTube.
Oh yeah.
We got www.thestupidestpodcast.com.
Go subscribe to our YouTube though, man. I forgot about the YouTube. God, I gotta quit forgetting about that. Yeah, go check us out though, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode and you guys have a good rest of your night.
Yeah. Well, hope you have a good one.
Have a good one.